the podium, but get ready for thunder. This young man from right here in Baqueira Beret, only 22 years old. He finished second last year, much to the joy of the local crowd, and he is going to be looking to back that up. This place is erupting for Abel Moga.
He has got a fast haircut and he is fast on snow. I'm so excited to see what he does with the face and how the crowd react, because they certainly hear from him. They are kicking off.
He's been studying under the wing of Aymar Navarro. He's got the same big mountain feel, but also the deep bag of technical tricks. He can do anything on a mountain. He's so strong. His technique is on point, and Abel Moga is loved skiing through that crown line now into the section that will be judged. Odds are we're going to see something we haven't seen yet, as he knows this venue inside out, going into a totally untapped section.
And he is taking on the big one. Bit of a backseat landing there, but he holds it together and is lacing turns with incredible speed.
The control to get onto that ski, making his way around the tree, just fighting. It looks like, oh, and a massive front flip from Abel Moga.
And the crowd go wild.
The ground is shaking right now from the Spanish crowd reaction to Abel Moga's run. I don't know if you can pick it up in our mics, but it is chaos outside on the slope.
They are going for it. And they are swarming down. I think there's going to be a dog pile down there. And there is his teacher, Aymar Navarro, to congratulate him on an absolutely outstanding run. Abel Moga.
Well, Abel, I mean, we saw him with the reckless almost front flip in Verbier last year with a winning run in his pocket, and doing it again this time. Just, I mean,
rocky takeoff, backseat landing, and still laces it together into the next couloir. That Superman front flip is just exceptional.
I mean, what even was that? Abel Moga getting his legs spread out to slow down the control, and the crowd just going ballistic. Navarro with just a smile and a nod, saying, that's my guy. That is my boy. So, Aaron style through the roof. We need another category for fan reaction, because that was bonkers. Abel Moga.
And some of the crowd have made it down to the finish corral. They're cheering at him from the sides there while he anxiously awaits the score.
I mean, that run, similar to Navarro, it transcends score, it transcends judging. That was just the purest expression of joy you could ever see on this face, and the crowd's reaction says it all, as Abel Moga doing it for the fans on his home turf here in Baqueira Beret. What a show he just put on, and you could see the pride in Aymar Navarro's face as he just watched Abel toss that front flip off the rocky pillar. This crowd going absolutely ballistic for their hometown boy, and with, well, rightly so. I mean, that was just such an incredible run. Right on the edge of our seats the entire time for Abel Moga. Just incredible top to bottom.
He dealt with a lot of pepper up in his run. You can see there was rocks in the takeoff there. Controls it. Incredible to have the state of mind to hit rocks as you're running into the takeoff and still pull that maneuver.
I'm going to claim this right now. That's going viral. That video of his front flip off that towering rock pillar into, I mean, the unknown. We saw what this face looked like before it snowed, but Abel, you know, a tiny backslap, but at that point, who cares? That was for the fans, and they ate it up. So Abel Moga, max palm now in on our screen, split screen, as we wait for the scores to come in. The judges really, they've got a lot to figure out there, because there were a lot of moments where that looked like it was going haywire, and he held it all together. I mean, he's so strong, his technique is good, and then keeping the just razor's edge, ragged edge between control and disaster the entire time. Abel Moga just really, really bringing the heat to this Freeride World Tour stop. This is only stop number 1, and we're already seeing everything and anything we could have imagined out of this.
The judges are looking intently. I've seen some heads in their hands. Abel is waiting anxiously to go and embrace his massive fan crowd. Looks like they're checking out some replays there, checking each takeoff and landing and the skiing technique in between. Adding the twos, carrying the ones.
Well, Abel just soaking it in. I mean, what an atmosphere to be a part of, and to have your home crowd be behind you at that level. It must just feel incredible, and you can see almost overwhelming. He doesn't even know how to feel or what to think, but he knows that the crowd has got his back, and he has certainly done his part for them. It's definitely a two-way street, this community, and both sides really rising to the occasion here.
There is a lot of love out here in Baqueira Beret today.
Later on in the show, we're going to give you some details. We have a new feature here in the Freeride World Tour show, the rider of the day. I'd say Abel Moga making a case for himself for that one, and that's going to be voted by the fans. We will give you the details, but we're staying on pins and needles right now as we wait for the score to come in for Abel Moga. The judges taking their time with it. They want to give it its due consideration, make sure they get it right, as we've had so many great runs on this Baciver face here at Baqueira Beret. Spain, I mean, really just delivering once again. Last year, it was our first visit here ever, and it delivered everything we could have hoped for. And if anything, I'd say it's risen another notch this year, bringing up the level of just fan engagement, of pure stoke for Freeride, getting behind their locals, the visitors. Everybody here is just so fired up to be part of this.
Well, last year, of course, we were still in that kind of exiting the COVID doom spiral. And so people weren't traveling so much. It was still a little restricted. And now we're free and the people have come. Supposedly, there are 16,000 people in Baqueira Beret today here for the fans.
And the score coming in, Abel Moga with the 72.67. That's going to drop him into 7th position. So judges definitely factoring in those control issues, as we said.